All right, what's up guys? Welcome back to this week's video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install hood vents just like those onto any hood. I've done this once before on my New Edge Mustang. I actually had these same vents on my Mustang. These are like some generic universal plastic vents you can get on like Amazon or eBay. And so I'm going to be reusing these vents right here and putting them on my G35 hood. Now, as you can see, I already traced all my outlines and took my measurements. But the first thing you guys would want to do at home once you get your new vents, again, mine are used, but you guys are probably going to have new ones. But this one would obviously go right here on that side, and this one would go right here. But first we need to take the outlines and get the measurements and whatnot. So we're actually going to flip them just like that. So the one that's going to go on the right side, we're actually going to use on the left side real quick just to get our outlines. And so the first thing you're going to want to do is pretty much just get like an eyeball of where you're going to want your vents. And so if we take a step back, I think they would look pretty good right there. Now, once you have your vents eyeballed and positioned to your liking, the next thing we're going to do is get a tape measure or a ruler. In my case, I used a ruler. And we're going to measure the distances from this side of the hood all the way up to the vent, and the distance between the top of the hood to the vent. So for example, we'll put our ruler right here and we will measure the distance from the vent all the way to the end of the hood. And I believe I actually already wrote it down as 13 inches. And then we're also going to measure the distance over here, which I actually wrote down was 6 inches. And so now I know that my vents need to be placed 13 inches inward from the side of my hood and 6 inches inward from the top of my hood. And so you guys can see here, I made a little mark where it says 13 inches. And I made a little mark where it says 6 inches. And so once you have your markings, you're going to have your vent positioned something like that. I used this corner of my vent as a reference for the 6 inches. Obviously, if I was to measure the distance from this end of the vent to the top of my hood, it would be closer to like 5 inches. So just find a corner like this that you can use as a reference, and then from there, once we have our vent 13 inches in and 6 inches in from the top, now we can sort of just play around with the vent and play with the angle of it and decide where we're going to want it at. Now obviously this side of the vent is slanted, but this side of the vent is straight. So I used this line sort of as my reference to line them up as straight as I could. And so if we step back, my vent is pointed directly forward. So next is tracing our outlines. You can use a pen or a marker. I like using pen because it's easy to rub off afterwards. So with one hand, you'll hold down this vent right here, and then with a pen, you will trace the whole outer line of your vent. As you can see, this is the outer line that I traced all along here, but this is where I do not want you folks to mess up. We are not going to cut out this outer line. If we were to cut out this outer line right here, we're going to place the vent and it's just going to fall straight through. We need to cut 1/2 inch inward so that we can sort of use these vents sort of like an insert once we have the portion cut out. So you're going to get your ruler or your tape measure and measure 1/2 inch inward. And so as you guys can see, I put like little points all along my measurements. And so I put like I measured 1/2 inch right there and then put a little point. I measured 1/2 inch right there, 1/2 inch right there, 1/2 inch right there, 1/2 inch right here, 1/2 inch right there, another 1/2 inch right there. So once you have all like your little 1/2 inch points measured all along your tracing or your outline, you can get something straight like your ruler and just match up the points right there and right there. And then like just use your pen or your marker and trace a straight line right there. And this inner tracing is what you're actually going to cut, not the outside tracing. Now once you have one side done, you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So I already have both of my outlines traced and I know exactly where I'm going to cut on both sides. Next, we're going to bust out the angle grinder and start cutting. You can use something different like a Dremel tool or something to cut these holes out, but I think a Dremel tool would take a little bit longer. The first time I did this on my New Edge Mustang, I did it with an angle grinder. It came out fine, so I'm going to use my angle grinder again. As you can see, we still have the inner part of the hood that we need to cut out. And so to cut that out, we need to stand the hood up and then flip it and cut it from the inside. So now we're looking at the inside of the hood, and here we can see the 2 lines that we cut from the top. When you're cutting from the top, just make sure you cut deep enough so that you actually cut all the way through both layers, not just the top of the hood. So now we just need to get our angle grinder and cut from here to here and essentially connect to the cut lines. But here, now that we're cutting from the inside, you do not want to cut too deep, because if you cut too deep, you might cut all the way through both layers, and then you're going to get a cut that's going to show through the front of the hood that you're not going to want. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have our hole cut out, and if we get our vent right here, it should now fall in perfectly. There you go, perfect. Now, how you want to secure your hood vents is completely up to you. Mine has holes right here because last time when I had these installed on my Mustang, I used rivets. Now, the easiest way to install these, or the easiest way to secure these, is by just using double-sided tape and running double-sided tape all along this this like inner lip of the vent. Not only is using double-sided tape the easier way to do it, but it kind of does look a little bit better because you don't have to drill any holes through the hood or through your actual vents like I did. But also at the same time, I think using rivets is a whole lot more secure. Now, I'm not going to secure my vents yet because I'm still going to paint my hood. But if you are going to use rivets, you can use something like this. I got this at Harbor Freight. It's a rivet gun, and it comes with a different assortment of rivets. And so you would also need a drill, and you're going to measure out where you want to put your holes, drill out the holes, make sure the hole goes through the vent and through the hood as well. And just make sure you don't drill too big of a hole because we don't want the rivet to just fall straight through the hole. So as you can see, like this bit right here would pretty much be the right size for this rivet. And so once you have all your holes cut out or drilled out, you would drop the rivet in there just like that. Put the rivet gun on top of the rivet, give it a couple pumps or whatever, it'll pop, and boom, it should be secured. Like I said, I'm not going to do that right now because I'm still going to paint my hood before I drill my holes and secure my vents. And then here on the other side, you do exactly the same thing as you did on the first side. Very simple. Obviously, I can't show you guys the final product right now, but once my hood is finished and painted and I have my vents riveted in, I will include some pictures on screen right now, just so that you guys can see what the final product looks like. If you are going to have these vents on something like a daily driver, and you know you're going to be driving your car in rain with vents like these, so long as the water isn't dripping on any like electrical harnesses or electrical components, I don't think you should have an issue. I ran these vents on my Mustang, which was my daily driver, for over a year. I drove that car in the rain plenty of times and nothing ever happened to me. But if your vents are placed in a spot where there are electrical components right under the vent, then obviously the water is going to be dripping onto that. So that could be an issue. If that's the case, what I would recommend, I never had to do this, but what I would recommend is just whenever you're going to drive the car in the rain, cover up the vents with like some clear tape, maybe some masking tape, or think of something that you can use to cover up those vents just so that you can have that peace of mind and not have any water going into your vents. Aside from that, I think these vents actually do work very, very good on very hot days, or at times when the engine is running warm or whatever. You can actually see like the waves of heat coming out of the engine bay. So they do definitely work at like dissipating the heat and getting some heat out of the engine bay instead of having it all like trapped in there. So they do actually work. They are functional. It's not just for looks. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully this video helped some of you guys at home, and I will see you guys later.